Anyway, where was I? Where's my food, woman?
あ、かよいずまちゃんまた来てる。バイバ
Wow. Commuter wife. Get out of here.
イ。さようなら。
Bye. The girl on her way home from Hoshino Daiichi waved, so I waved, gave a little wave back.
誰だろう。
I didn't fucking know.
誰あの子。めっちゃ可愛くない？目の色きれい。お人形さんみたいじゃん。
I don't like. I feel like calling someone a doll isn't a good thing.
あれ、聖戦女子の制服だよね。
But she's like the fancy shit.
彼氏に会いに来てるみたいよ。うちの天文部にいるんだって。
Okay, can we not? We are not in that relationship yet.
へえ、それでかよい妻ちゃんか。でもさ、うち天文部なんかあったっけ？
I get it. I know. We don't. It's in name only. I'd come by so many times that I guess they remembered me by now.
かよい妻ちゃん。
That's what they seem to be calling me. My face felt hot. Good job. As soon as it said me, I was like, I get what they did. They were saying something about my boyfriend too. I don't have that.
特に迷惑かかってないかな。
Nah. I mean, I did worry a little bit. Just like the ones before, all students on their way home looked my way. I guess it's only natural since it was so rare for a girl wearing another school's uniform to be there. But I got embarrassed that I couldn't stand it anymore.
一度帰ろうかな。
No, stay. Feeling helpless, I looked down at the package in my hands.
楽しみにしてたし。
You have no idea how much I was looking forward to this.
天の川さん。
Huh? Huh? Space Marines? Alright. If she'd been smiling like that from the start, I never could have refused. I muttered, thinking back on Orihime's grinning face. That first impression was so creepy, but I guess I was lucky I couldn't really pay attention to the rest of her. You know, even though she was pretty creepy, I kind of like her. She's a little older, and she's got a different kind of beauty compared to Saya. Saya's more of the, cute, whereas Orihime's, got the more sexy factor. Her boobs are bigger, too. Of course he's gonna point that out. He was staring at him. Sort of. Saya wouldn't be very happy if she knew I was using her as the basis of comparison, I thought to myself as I pedaled my bike through the school gate. Whenever I thought of Saya, I thought of Odin. Oh, Saya's Odin. I sighed like a lovesick child. Oh, like hearts floating and flying around him. He's got the hard eyes. It was just about time for work. My trip to Maiko Academy took longer than planned, so I didn't have time to go by Saya's house to pick up my Odin. God damn it! And I had really been looking forward to tonight's banquet. Man, just thinking about it sure is making me hungry. Maybe I should have had a snack before I headed out. Man, everything makes me hungry.
おかえり、アキトくん。
She waited anyway. Saya! What are you doing here? I mean, hi.
校門のところで待ってたんだけど、部長さんが来て中に入れてくれたの。
Oh, okay. Wait, I'm the club president. Wait, you mean... Whoa! She must have meant the former president. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say in my brain. But brain don't work. Saya had met him before. You came and just waited for me? I told her beforehand that I had a sudden errand to
ア
run.
キトくん、楽しみにしてたみたいだったから。
So excited. Oh, you don't mean... With a little angelic smile, Saya picked up a package from the desk.
おってーん。
Oh, ta-da! You even brought it in the pot!
これで温めた方が美味しいと思って。
This is an angel! You really are something! It must have been so heavy. I don't think. You stood there waiting in front of the school carrying this? You're a crazy person! You rode the bus with this on your lap?
そうだよ。
Crazy person. In my mind's eye, it was such a surreal sight. It seemed more like she'd lost a dare or something. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Saya. Tee-hee. The impulse to hug her in gratitude was so strong I had to struggle to keep it under control. Can't. Must not. After all that work, it would have been a tragedy to spill the Odin. Speaking of what the heck are you doing here? Oh. You son of a bitch.
Yo, おかえり。
Are you eating my food? You fucking get... Don't what's up me, you moron! What are you doing slipping in here to eat your noodles?
やっぱカレーだよな。お前わかってるよ。
I know exactly what you're talking about. The food-snatching bandit just stood there, poking at his phone and slurping up his ill-gotten curry noodles. I'd been trying my best to ignore him, but the spicy aroma of those noodles ignited my appetite. Oh, and they're spicy because it's curry.
私がアキトくん待ってたらお腹すいたって。
You know what? Fuck it. Is the Odin okay? I was actually fearful as I said that.
任せて。死守したよ。
God, perfect woman. What is this? Saya gave me a thumbs up. We nodded at each other like war buddies who had survived hell together. Seeing that, shutting down. Takaichi, brain, slurped his curry noodles in protest. Oh, yeah, I can slurp too! You like that? Motherfucker. The synergy of sound and smell triggered my stomach like Pavlov's bell. And by the way, those purloin noodles had been my emergency rations. Whoa! Also, that jerk wasn't even in the astronomy club. He was just a mere basketball-ass, loser-ass club member.
どこ行ってたんだ?
I went somewhere. Nowhere. Special, at least. I brushed him off and started to change out of my uniform to get ready for work. So I work early in the morning, go to school, then I work at night. Oh my god. Saya turned her back while I changed.
名工学院に行ってたの?
Damn it, she saw right through me. Saya said, still looking the other way. How did she know?
部長さんがね、教えてくれたの。部長さんのお使いで名工の天文部の人に会いに行ってるって。
Son of a bitch, revealing all my goddamn secrets. Yeah, pretty much. I made some vague argument trying to misdirect. I didn't want to get into it.
名工の天文部なんぞに一体何の用事だよ?
Because we got plans. Well, I don't. They got a plan, and this concerns you how?
だな。でも天の川が聞きたそうな顔してっからさ。
Well, she's a curious woman. All the blushing. Saya's ears turned beet red and she shook her head back and forth. I couldn't see her face, but it was pretty clear she wanted to know who I'd met. It's no big deal. Have you ever heard of the Six Stars Club?
むつら星。
I'm gonna take that as a big no. Okay, I'm gonna take that as a big yes. Saying it over and over, Saya turned around with a thoughtful look on her face just as I was taking off my pants. Oh, well, that's, never mind. She turned bright red again and whipped back around.
知らない。
You know, when I gotta give the go-ahead before you can actually turn back around. You can't just do it. I finished changing my pants and hung up my uniform. You know, it was a gathering of all the astronomy clubs in the city, apparently. They asked me to join it. I gave Saya a rundown of what Orihime and Hanukkah told me. It really wasn't something I wanted to talk about, but with the pot full of Odin right in front of me, I couldn't refuse Saya anything.
そんな集まりがあるんだね。知らなかったよ。
It used to be a big thing. I mean, there was like 40 some odd people in just one club, astronomy club in the school. Me neither. Well, it did break up 6 years ago. After she heard my story, Saya opened her blue and orange eyes wide and stared at me.
じゃあアキト君また星を見るんだ。
Nah, I'm never looking up again.
で
Damn.
も
Damn. They put my answer on hold, but at the next meeting, I plan to refuse outright.
そうなんだ。
The topic ended on an unpleasant tone. Saya's shoulder slumped a little in disappointment. That's why I didn't want to talk about it, I thought to myself. This motherfucker. The slurping of Takaichi's curry noodles echoed into the silence. I silently reached out to take the cup from Takaichi's hand. He wouldn't let go, though. Damn, he's strong. These are my goddamn noodles now. Just give me a little.
食わしてやるから口開けろ。
Whoa. Alright. Gross.
ほら、食いたいんだろ？あーんしろよ。
Takaichi picked up some noodles with his chopsticks and reached towards me. You son of a bitch.
我慢すんなよ。欲しいんだろ？
You fucking know I goddamn want some. The delectable spicy scent wafted toward my nose. Oh god, she's gonna be one of those. As if I ripped the cup and chopsticks from Takaichi's hand.
お前食いすぎだろ。
Too late. Done did it. Wait, oh god, I gotta do more.
おいやめろ。一口でどんだけ空気だ。
I was gonna take a lot. I scarfed down nearly all the noodles before Takaichi could snatch them back.
もうほとんど残ってね。
Those were my emergency rations in the first place. I smiled, feeling victorious while chomping on my mouthful of noodles. That's what you got for being so creepy.
ただの冗談じゃねえか。
Oh god, these are good. Yeah, burp. Takaichi picked up the leftover noodles and bits of chopped meat stuck to the cup. He actually looked kind of sad.
ごっそさん。
There we go. Takaichi drank the last of the sauce and smacked his lips. He threw the cup and chopsticks away.
ああ、食った食った。
Pretty damn good. I mean, I didn't really taste it. I kind of just gulped it down, but I can imagine it was good.
んな顔すんなよ。明日新しいの買ってくっから。
If you don't, I'm gonna be so mad. I bet Saya's like dead. Takaichi stood up and stretched. Just when I thought he was leaving, he stopped.
お前さ、光のことをそろそろ吹っ切れよ。
Damn it. I should have known this was about my childhood friend. Because we hadn't seen any sign of her. What? Oh boy. What's she got to do with anything? Why'd you go and bring her up now?
あるのは三日月村出身なら誰でも知ってる。お前が星を見なくなったの、あいつがいなくなってからじゃねえか。
Wait, she just disappeared? Like straight up just gone? I thought maybe she like moved away or went to a different school and cups clacking or something, but shit, man, just gone?
もう4年も前だぞ。どっか行っちまったやつのことより、今の自分とか、
She's been missing for 4 years?
身近にいる誰かのこと、考えてやってもいいんじゃねえか。
Now I'm sad. What the fuck, Blizzard? Come here a minute. I'm gonna beat your ass.
どこ行くんだよ。
Just a small bathroom break. Oh boy. I pulled him out to the hallway, then let go of his arm. What's the matter with you? Bringing up crap like that out of nowhere, especially in front of Saya.
いきなりでもないだろう。天文部の話題の続きじゃねえか。
We were going to have a falling out at this rate.
おかしいだろう。星を見ない天文部員なんて。
Just forget about it. It's my problem. It's not like he was the one they were talking about. When he saw how upset I was, he gave a little sigh.
お前見てると時々もどかしくなるんだよ。余計なこと言って悪かった。
It's fine. I could see why it bothered him, and I knew he was just trying to help. I had a lot of friends who tried to help me. I should be grateful.
昔の借りもいろいろあるし、何か力になれたらって思ったんだ。すまん。
It's okay. I said it's fine, and I don't remember you owing me anything. As far as I'm concerned, it's the other way around. The only reason I'm able to do anything is you. If we started counting up who owes who, it'd surely come up even. We grinned at each other and bumped fists. Ah, the bro love. If anyone had seen, we'd have died from embarrassment. I'm gonna go hit the toilet. I got a big old shit I gotta take. Saya's probably getting worried. So could you go back for a minute? She probably thought we were beating each other silly or something. She's such a worrywart.
Oh.
I left Takaichi behind and headed for the toilet. This shit better be the best shit I've ever had in my life. God, I was in there all damn fucking evening. When I got back, Takaichi was nowhere to be seen. Where's Taki?
居残り練習あるからって。
Oh, it is late! So that's why he wanted to fill up. Not to mention, it looked like he was up to become a starter next year. I hope our basketball club will be alright.
仲良しだよね。アキトくんとタケくんって。ちょっと羨ましい。
I wouldn't say that. Shh, gotta keep up appearances.
ああ、私も男の子に生まれたかったな。
I feel like you'd be a real pretty boy as well. I mean, I don't know. What are you talking about?
私もアキトくんとラーメンの取り合いしてみたい。
Well, then steal my ramen and see what happens. I don't take kindly to that. What's so appealing about that? No way. If you were a boy, that would be a great loss to humanity.
損失?
Damn. That bad? And anyway, knowing you, even if you'd been born a boy, you just share everything anyway and never fight over it.
そうかも。
Saya nodded seriously with a I hadn't thought of it that way look on her face. It's kind of funny. Shh, you're all I have left. While she waited for me, Saya had been in the dark looking at the telescope we had set up in the room. I set it up every day to make sure it stayed in good shape. It was a refracting telescope with an 8-centimeter aperture. Yeah, that. After the president retired, it hadn't been used once, though. By now, it was already getting dark outside the window. You know, it should be visible soon. Albiero, that is. When I said this, Saya turned to me with a look of surprise.
いい。あっくんと一緒じゃないなら。
For some reason, I suddenly got embarrassed and couldn't look at her. Maybe you should stop calling me that. Isn't it embarrassing?
たまにはいいでしょ?
The teasing tone in Saya's voice made me feel even more embarrassed. Well, I'd better get back to work. I'll take you back. Come on, let's go. Let's head out. I'm still sad, man.
こんな時間に通い妻ちゃん発見。ありがたや、ありがたや。
I mean, there's worse things to be known as, right? Question mark, Space Marines? I got my bike and came to the gate. I found Saya already there, surrounded by older students going at home after practice, all pretending to pray to her. Like she's some kind of graven idol.
バイバイ、通い妻ちゃん。
You're famous around these parts.
さよなら。
I like how she doesn't even question it. She's just like, whatever.
やったー。あの子と口聞いちゃった。
See? Famous! Do you know her?
知らない人だと思う。
Ugh. And yet Saya had replied so sincerely. She was too funny and too cute. I got on my bike and Saya climbed onto the cargo rack, sitting side saddle.
なんかね、私、 通い妻ちゃんって呼ばれてるんだって。
Yeah, all the time, actually. Saya said and peeked at my face to see how I reacted. Yeah, seems that way. She had visited our school so many times that the name had become permanent. It was only natural that someone in another school's uniform would stand out, and with the way Saya looked, it was inevitable. She's got the silver hair, well, silver/white hair, as well as the different colored eyes. And since she usually showed up with food, the unfortunate name commuter wife just stuck. I'd stayed quiet about it because I thought she didn't like it, but looking at her now, I wasn't so sure. Hold on tight. Don't let go. You could never ask Saya to be too careful since she had the coordination of a drunk ox. Saya wrapped her arm around my waist and I slowly began to pedal. Going down this road, I quickly passed the other students walking home after their clubs. Saya was light. I barely noticed her sitting right behind me. As we pick up speed, the wind, cooling down as the sun set, started to hit us. I prefer it this way. Maybe without thinking, Saya pressed her body up against my back. It warmed me up.
もうすぐ冬だね。
Oh, let's not Game of Thrones this. Yep, Odin season!
きっと美味しいよ。味がと染みてて。
I better not!
おすすめはね、じゃがいもとこんにゃくと、あとタコの足がね。
I've never had octopus in my life, or squid, or any of that. Saya counted off the ingredients on her fingers. Oh man, no more, please. Just listening to you is making me hungry.
そっか。じゃあ食べてのお楽しみだね。
You have no idea how hungry I get when I hear anyone talking about food. Definitely. So I look up at the sky. Wait, no, because, well, technically I am, but he's not because he doesn't stargaze anymore, and because, god damn it, she's stars began to twinkle in the twilight sky. Winter was right upon us. Alright. Hello? Oh. This. What? I mean, well, it's gone. I approached the aging street lights. Their feeble lights nearly drowned by the overwhelming darkness. On that dark country night, only one single building still held back the darkness with dazzling light. My fucking stopping by. The stopping by, also known as Mikazuki's Castle that never sleeps. Or at least when this place was still on the southeastern border of the Mikazuki village. Someone once called it that. The Sao Tome stopping by stayed open until 10 p.m. That's not too bad. But then the village shops usually close at 6, or at least the very latest, 8 at night. It was dark at night. So when the villagers first gazed upon the stopping by sign glowing in defiance of the laws of nature, how they must have shuddered. They said it heralded the coming of civilization to tiny Mikazuki village. People will believe what they will. No? Well, time for my fucking graveyard ass shift, I guess. I don't know. Since then, Mikazuki village had been submerged under the new reservoir. The rest of the village had become part of Hoshinoka City. Even still, people remembered the old name. That was probably because of the Mikazuki villagers' pride in their symbol of civilization. Of course, the convenience stores along the coastal highway are all open 24 hours, but nothing beats Homie. I was alone in the shop, sitting on the stool behind the register, poking at my phone. For hard-working students, our late hours could be a real blessing, but for me it was just boring. In the late evening, customers only come in sporadically after trains arrive from the station.
学校を越えた天文部の集まりか。何それ、面白そうじゃない。
It's not. Not anymore. It went on for 30 years, apparently.
いいじゃん。やりなよ、やりなよ。
Nope. And I'm not, for reasons.
どうして？
Oh boy. I decided I'm not gonna look at the stars anymore.
どうして？ なんでなんで？
That's too much. This is
だってアキトくんも天文部なんでしょ？
in name only. It's just that some stuff happened way back.
おお、来たね。若者の悩み。
Wouldn't say angst, I'd say it's a big problem.
いいよ。お姉さんに何でも話してみなさい。さあさあさあ。
I like to think these are just voice messages, not actually typing, even though it is just typing. Unsure of how to answer, I looked up from my phone. I guess Miss Komako wasn't even her real name. She was an office worker living in some big city somewhere. We met a while back online. That's what I was like, who is this person? Sometimes when she gets tired of adulting, we kill time together like this. I turned my eyes to with a single customer in the shop. Ooh, it's an old man. Oh my god. He still hasn't moved. Old man champ had been standing in front of the magazine rack since I looked down at my phone, and he apparently hadn't moved a muscle. He was as still as a hunting crane. Hi, old man champ. Oh, old man champ moved. Hold on. Looks like he's decided on the evening's entertainment. Old man champ reached it. Say that fucking 10 times fast. Jesus. Reached out and took a magazine from the rack, then turned toward the register. And then...
コーラン、仕事中に携帯いじってんじゃないの？
Hey! I do what I want. I was actually wondering why I'm allowed to be on my phone during work. A young-ish woman came out from the back of the shop. She's gorgeous, though. Ah! Miss Maharu!
夜会ったらこんばんはでしょうが、学校で習わなかった？てか、教えなかった？
No. I never did that. Like, okay, hold on. In retail, right? Like, don't try too hard. Like, they're all like, you gotta make them feel welcome. No, fuck that, alright? Just, they're here for something. Most people don't even want to talk. They don't want to hear you say goodbye or good evening or hey, how you doing? They don't even want you to fucking talk. They just want you to buy their shit and go, okay? God damn it. I know what's going on.
これだから最近の若いもんは。
I bet you're like 5 years older than me or something. Complaining under her breath, Miss Miharu took a pork bun from the warming box by the register. That'll be 180 yen. My old teacher stared at my outstretched hand like she had something to say to it.
ここ、あたしんちなんだけど。
You think I give a shit? This is a business? Yeah, but manager told me that under no circumstances was I to feed their, and I quote, deadbeat daughter for free. Wow! Get annihilated! Miss Mahara reached into her pocket and took out some coins.
働いてるやつがそんなに偉いのか。
No, I'm just doing as I'm told, ma'am. With an expression of heart-wrenching grief, she placed 180 yen on the counter. It included 2 5-yen coins. Would you like your receipt?
そんなのトイレットペーパーの代わりにもならしないよ。
I don't think you'd want to anyway because it's got ink on it. You don't want ink in either of your areas that you're gonna wipe. She sulkingly walked over to the shop's seating area and, reading a newspaper someone left, began eating her bought and paid for pork bun. Fucking sweet. We still got a whole bunch left to go. When Miss Maharu had gone, old man Champ snuck out of his hiding place behind the magazine rack and fearfully made his way to the register. Oh boy. What can I do for you? This fucking guy. The old man blushed faintly as he laid down 2 magazines. The first was a popular young men's comic magazine, Champ Comics. Alright. The second was carefully hidden underneath. His evening entertainment turned out to be huge-breasted housewives, apparently. Ah, nice choice. That's 1,040 yen out of 1,100. Using my months of register skill, I quickly scanned the magazines and slipped them smoothly into a paper bag in one motion. That's 60 yen and change. Thanks for stopping by. Old man Champ, apparently relieved by my skilled service, left the shop with an air of satisfaction. Fucking sweet. Anyway, back to my phone. Sorry, old man Champ came by.
何それ
It's an old man. He's this guy who always comes in and buys a nudie mag whenever I'm working. I'm used to it. It's okay. God, like, that's another thing in retail, right? I've been the cashier before. I don't give a fuck what you're buying. Don't look embarrassed, okay? I don't give a shit what you're buying. I'm not gonna ask you about it. I'm not gonna do anything. I literally don't care. I just want you gone from the store. So, there you go. He hides it under a Champ comic every time, so I call him Old Man Champ.
何それウケる
Oh my god, she's lolling at me. Old Man Champ shows his raunchy books with all the intensity of a pubescent teenager who just discovered them. But I didn't mean to make fun of him. Not at all. His pension allowed him just one magazine. That'd make anyone choose carefully indeed. Hey, Miss Maharu, what happened with that room we talked about?
ああ平田さんとこやっぱダメだって
Alright.
あんたの年で一人暮らしって言ってもねなんかあっても責任取れないし
She kept reading the paper as she spoke. I see, thanks for checking. I gave up acting like I had known before I asked. I guess I'll try somewhere else.
こんな田舎に一人暮らし向きの物件なんてそうないでしょうね
Then I'll just fuck it, keep doing what I'm doing and live out in the boonies, in the mountains. There are places over by the coast.
家賃高くて無理っつってたのあんたでしょ
I did, but if it comes to it,
いい加減諦めてさ家帰んなさいよ
I'm not going home.
家はいいよご飯作ってくれるし洗濯やってくれるしこれで小言がなきゃ天国だよね
This is coming from the woman that's apparently a deadbeat. You know, if the manager heard you say that, she'd throw you out for good. When I said this, she put down the newspaper and turned my way. She looked at me with an odd expression on her face.
私はねあんたのことを心配して言ってるんだよ
I'm fine. I get decent hours, unlike me, and you know, her tone of voice did sound like she was really worried about me. And I started to regret my teasing. But really, you don't need to.
あんたこのままだと私と結婚させられちゃうわよ
Excuse me, woman? What? Was that what we were talking about?
母さんあんたのことを自分の子供か孫みたいに気に入っちゃってるからさ
Yeah, but I choose who I wed. That was just a random comment.
よく働くし気が利くしあんたになら将来この店任せてもいいって
Damn, I'm that good. Whew.
それにさあんたの初恋の人って私らしいじゃない
Oh, you fucking just stop it. What?
どっかでそれ聞いてきたらしくてさ下宿探しの件もあるしいっそうちの婿養子にどうかって
But like, you're the deadbeat. I don't understand. Why would I wanna be with you if... Wait,
私はもうそれでもいいんだけど若くて息のいい旦那が手に入って家でゴロゴロできるんなら御の字だし
Ah, so it's a win-win for you either way. I see how it is. Wait a minute!
ねえ子供は何人欲しいサッカーチーム作る
God damn, that's a lot of kids. I'm not ready for this. Just you stop right there. Now, where to begin with all this? What was that about my first love? Who the fuck told you that?
そう動揺しなさんなよくあることじゃないの
What's common? Good God. It's a mistake. Hikari just said that for fun. Miss Miharu just sat there with a smug look on her face. But anyway, if you really thought you were my first love, why'd you work so hard every day to ruin that?
恋が芽生えた頃の私ってどんなだった？どういうところを好きになっちゃったの？
Nothing! Nothing! That's what I'm saying, woman! I don't want to run this shop, and I especially don't want to get married. I just want to find a place to live.
あらそう。残念だわ。永久就職先が見つかったと思ったのに。
Wow. God damn it. Just wow. It was like the one tiny bit of hope I had in my life disappeared in an instant. In its place, I felt a heavy weight fall on my shoulders. Oh, who's... Dog! As I was breaking out into a cold sweat, I heard Kataru's voice from outside. Through the glass, he looked at me with pleading eyes. It's a little early, but I guess I'd better take him for his walk. Miss Miharu, can you, watch the shop or something?
Do
you also get paid, or am I... She answered without enthusiasm, or didn't even look up from reading the newspaper. But she did answer. But since she did answer, I figured it was okay. I took off my apron and put on my jacket because it's fucking cold. See you in a bit.
何この新聞？先月のじゃん。
You just noticed? Good God, this fucking... Watching her from the corner of my eye as the shock of this realization destroyed her concentration and made her throw out the paper in anger, I hurried out. Alright. How long is these walks that I'm going to be taking this dog? Don't get too worked up, okay? You'll wake the neighborhood. People are out here trying to sleep. Taking Kataru for his evening walk was also part of my job. I usually did it after closing, but sometimes I'd go earlier if Miss Miharu was there to take over. Thanks, buddy. You really saved me back there. I don't know what you're talking about. He'd gotten me out of a conversation I did not want to get into any deeper. It seemed like there was a conspiracy brewing against me while I wasn't looking. A cold sweat rolled down my back. It honestly made me happy that the manager liked me that much, and I was grateful. But jumping all the way to son-in-law was a bit much. I guess I only had my rather fuzzy situation to blame. So I look up at the sky. What should I do? Then there was the 6 Stars Club. All that stuff Takaichi said or talked about was stuck in the back of my mind too. All these different things got so tied up together that I couldn't make heads or tails of what to do. I stopped walking and looked up at the sky. The memes are great. There were a few stars in the autumn sky, and it seemed so empty. Among them, near the apex of the sky, I saw 4 bright stars making a quadrilateral. These last few years, it's gotten really bright around here. Even the autumn square looks pale. I thought the mouse was a star for a second. Holy shit. It was also known as the Great Square of Pegasus, one of the great signs of autumn. These second magnitude stars now appeared as faint as the 3rd or 4th magnitude. As the street lights grew brighter, the stars were washed from the night sky. They ended up looking darker. The night sky I had watched as a little boy was much brighter. The stars, huh? Oh, shit, man.
かつて星を見ていたのなら覚えているはずよ。
Oh, I remember a lot.
さえ渡る夜空に星を追う楽しさを、空の断りを一つ一つ解き明かしていく喜びを。
When she looked right into my eyes like that, I couldn't speak, because I felt like I knew. I knew. God damn it. Those eyes eager with the light of the heavens that had found its way into our young hearts, pure and clean as a winter sky. My chest grew tight, and I couldn't breathe, so I lowered my gaze. I wanted to forget it all and move on, but I kept retracing those old steps. Standing beneath the starry sky, I suddenly felt afraid and started walking again. Oh? She's gonna be right there, isn't she? I know how this works. Katara looked ahead and suddenly started barking. A young woman was coming from the other direction. She stared at her smartphone and mumbled something.
どういうことだこれ。
Wait, okay, so, The girl raised her head when Katara barked. I could see a strained expression on her face in the light of the screen. She had well-defined, lovely features. She looked about my age, but I didn't know her. What could she be doing here at this time of night? Gazing at stars. I mean, she was looking at her phone, never mind. Hey, quiet down! Look, sorry about that. Katara wagged his tail and started to jump, so I pulled him back and tried to get him to settle the fuck down. Dogs. If this had been a stranger, he would have been afraid and wouldn't have moved. Oh, it is. Wait, hold on. I thought that... Okay, maybe I'm crazy. Huh? Space Marines. So she's just back. Just then we could hear the creak and rattle of the rails, signaling a train coming from far off in the distance.
やっぱ、あれ逃したら1時間待ちだよ。
Well, hold on there, not unknown girl. And having said that, she took off running. Like some kind of sports car, she hit top speed immediately and blew past me like the wind. As she did so, our eyes met for an instant. Uh-huh. God damn. She's like, okay, bye. Huh? Question mark? But she was off, her ponytails trailing behind her as she raced off to catch the arriving train. I watched her fading shape, dumbstruck, then looked at Kataru. She a friend of yours? Well, if she used the station often, it was only natural for her to know Kataru. Looking in the direction she had run, I muttered to myself. She was like a comet. The way she flew through the night, her ponytails trailing behind her like ionized gas and dust, reminded me of a twin-tailed comet. Alright. Well, I'm surprised he didn't, like, get some sort of connection. I'm back!
お疲れさん。気をつけて帰るんだよ。
Just go? Alright, cool. Just looking up at the sky, going back to school. Gotta go up the mountains, or I guess I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit. As soon as I got back to my room, I switched on my electric heater. The weather forecast said tonight would be as cold as the end of December. I set up my cartridge stove, and next to that my portable camp stove, and turned on the fire. I put Saya's pot of Odin on the cartridge stove, and on the camp stove a can of roasted chicken. Oh, it's really delicious if you open the can and scorch the top a little. Oof. I also had 3 rice balls we were going to throw out at the shop. I was lucky. Today they had some salmon-filled ones left over. Salmon! I love salmon! And that was my dinner. Not too bad of a dinner. So hungry. As the chicken juices started to scorch and put out a delicious smell, my stomach started rumbling, but I still had some time before the Odin warmed up. Ah, crap, better watch out. Watching the steam start to rise, I remembered the telescope I left set up in the corner of the room. Moisture was the great enemy of lenses. Now, that's the truth. I guess I better put it away, just in case. Even though I'd gone to all the trouble of cleaning it up, it was going back in its case without being used. It'd be nice if next year we got a member who'd actually use you, huh? The reason I was in the astronomy club wasn't because I wanted to look at stars. I was in it because I could stay in the room. The astronomy club had plenty of outdoors goods, and for purposes of astronomical observation, it was easy to get permission to stay overnight. Of course, if I'd said that was my reason for joining, I never would have gotten permission. I was invited by the president. He told me that if the club didn't get any new members, it was in danger of being closed. When I asked if it was okay to sleep in the club room, he said of course. And as someone with astronomy experience, I was a welcome addition. And so they started calling me the astronomer who never looks at stars. I turned off the camp stove with the canned chicken and dug a book out of the pile of my stuff in the corner. Ooh. Wow, look, a beginner's guide to astronomy. It was a astronomy book for kids, yellowed with age and torn in several places. I opened the book and a letter fell from between its pages. It was held closed with a cute little bunny sticker. I'd gotten it 4 years earlier. I never opened it. Think it's about time we cracked that. Oh,
光のことをそろそろ吹っ切れ。
we need to crack that shit open though. Like, I don't need to read it just because of what Taki said. Feeling an unpleasant sweat break out on my forehead, I gathered up my resolve and just then... Oh? It's from Kamako. What is this?
元気なかったみたいだからサービスだよ。
What? Hold on! Is that her cleavage? Nah, she's probably doing the like fucking arm thing, you know? I don't know, who knows? And there was so much! Kamako's boobs are so huge! It was a picture of a woman's cleavage, and though I felt a little guilty, I also thought of how Orihime's were probably the same size. So this was a grown woman. Such a simple gift, such a bold gift. Or was this just what people do in the big city? Guess I gotta send a picture to... Still clutching my phone, my hands start to tremble. Just as they had when I was clutching that 4-year-old unopened letter, perhaps even more.
どうした？なんか反応くれないと恥ずかしいんだけど。
Well, you sending me a tit pic is also embarrassing.
あ、もしかしてアキトくん貧乳派？それならそうと早く言ってくれれば。
What do you mean? What do you mean I should have said something earlier? Thank you so much! You really cheered me up.
素直でよろしい。
Well, that happened. I had a feeling I had been trying to decide something very important, but that's all gone now. I was in such a good mood, and to top it off, the pot of Odin started to bubble. Fucking sweet. I put the letter back between the pages of Wow, Look, A Beginner's Guide to Astronomy, and returned the book to its place, then sat on my bed as if nothing had happened. Ooh, this is hot. Hold on. Can't be... Oh my god. I opened the lid and steam billowed out. The room filled with a cloud of steam. Radishes, potatoes, fish cakes, cabbage rolls, octopus, and so much more. The ingredients glinted golden and wet with soup through the steam. The pot was like an overflowing treasure chest. Oh my god. Time to eat! I offered up my thanks to Saya for bringing it to me, and her family for making it, and grabbed my chopsticks. So I look up at the sky. Ooh, oh, this radish is so good. The potatoes are so tender. It was a cold evening. The first touch of winter was in the air. The hot pot of Odin, the flavor seeping deep in every bite, warmed my body and soul. Ooh. Hello? Hello? Whoa. Oh, I see what that is. It's the timey-wimey bullshit. Like, it shows us what happened, or like, what time we're actually in. You've been lying to us this whole time anyway. What? Our planetary observation journal was in terrible shape. Just like us. From that day on, I could no longer look at the stars. Hello? Okay, well, I guess I'm back here.
うちは高価な望遠鏡より一人一つの双眼鏡をモットーに活動しております。
Like, I'm still just surprised that he didn't, like, look and be like, Okay, that's gotta be her, right? Like, you didn't make any sort of connection. Like, just I don't know. At least chased after her a little. Come on, dog, let's go. You know? Just something. I don't know.